all the signs, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Propaganda.
My body, my choice, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fucking
sir.
jury nullification and how to make your own guns.
How to make your own guns, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you even got a little QVC code.
Yeah.
Alright.
Scan and learn.
There's no 3D printer, right?
Right?
Yep. Part of that, or if it gets worse, we can de-escalate and regress back over here. Our first stop along the way, once we cross this bridge, it's going to be the Coliseum. That's a marker. In any event that anyone gets lost or anything like that and something goes wiry, meet at the Coliseum. The Coliseum is at the other side of the bridge here. I have a buddy system, right? We all came with some friends here. I don't really can't count everyone here on hand, but make sure there's someone, at least one person you can keep track of, like, okay, he's here, check, right? Second thing we're gonna talk about is Kurt. I want him to talk about gun laws for a minute, or in Richmond.
So in Richmond Township, unless you have a concealed carry permit, you can't have your magazine in your rifle. So other than that, just have your magazine out and ready. And other than that, they can't really bug you on anything yet. So,
Right.
Other than that, we're good.
We're the Ron Paul Militia. He's a pro-gun guy. It's a good way. We got the portrait over here. John's holding it up high. And let's rotate and holding that around. It's an indicator and marker for other people coming out from out of state to know like what we're about, right? If anyone's ever seen his video holding the rifle, saying it's the government that's to be going through these security checks themselves. Anyone ever seen that?
This gun sure looks deadly, but it's not the least bit deadly unless I point it at someone and pull the trigger.
Yeah, right, yeah. Base video, yeah. So we're gonna have a good time. No one's gonna get arrested. If you're with us, you'll be safe. If anyone grabs you, we'll protect you. No one's going to jail. We're not going to engage on the Capitol grounds. It's too much of a mess, right, to get in through there. But we'll be outside on the fence line to assess it. If you want to check it out yourself, that's fine. Have a buddy to hold your weapon and try to get through that line. It's going to be hard though. There's only 30 people that's going to do security checks, and they're trying to get 10,000 people through there in 5 hours. It takes 30 seconds to a minute to get through that. It's not going to happen. I went through there last night and checked it out myself. But if you stay with the group, we're all going to come back safely. We're not going to leave anyone behind. We're going to have John lead us into a prayer, and then we're going to roll out.
Everybody was out of the room, and he was like, if anything like this happens again.
We on a mission. Is that Alex? It is Alex.
And they're on our side. It's not the U.S. government that's our enemy. It's the criminals that are owned by people like Soros and Bloomberg that are trying to turn us against each other and cause a new civil war. But America, 1776 for all Americans. It's Governor Northam who's the racist. It's Governor Northam that's evil. But all he's done is awaken America. We salute you. We salute you, America. 1776. 1776. Our sleeping giant is over.
That's what we need next time.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
Right?
Let's move down, and then we're going to go to our rally point.
You need to GoFundMe just for the gas on that bit.
Damn, that's badass.
Let's go, Patriots.
Oh, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. God bless you, sir. Yeah, appreciate it. You want to do it, huh? Yeah, let's get one. Hold on. No, yeah. Okay. You got it? Okay.
Alex, we take a photo with our militia?
Yes, sir.
We take a photo with our militia?
Sure.
Yeah. Where's my camera?
I got it right here.
Yeah. You got it? Could you stand over there so you could be can take all of us.
Yeah, right around here it is. Yeah, right around here it is. Yeah, right around here it is.
Thanks, man.
You bet, brother. Move it.
All right.
You guys are awesome. God bless you.
Hey Tim, go ahead, other side.
All right.
It was worth walking over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to the plaza.
Hey, do you mind if I throw a magnet on the side of that for a second for a photo? Next to the InfoWars, taxation and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome, thanks, man.
You can leave it on there.
Yeah? Oh no, it's gonna block the door. Yeah, I'm the taxation and stuff guy.
Check that out.
Nice.
Hey, just got
That's the best spot for it. My hands are full. I can't take a picture of it.
you gotta send me those.
Well, this is classic Americana. The country started when the British Empire came to take the guns. And it's happening.
Hey Alex, is taxation theft?
And it's happening here again. Without representation, it is definitely theft.
Without consent?
Absolutely, it's criminal.
There we go.
I just took off my zoom lens too.
This is where we need to fight. It's not about fighting the military or anything. It's about the legislators recognizing that if they walk out of that building and they've done something that's absolutely tyrannical, they need to be afraid of an angry mob.
We got a couple.
Ron Paul.
We got separated just a little bit.
The mighty libertarian king.
Oh, hail the mighty libertarian king!
Take over the world and leave us alone.
1, 2, 3.
Six Semper Tyrannis! Six Semper Tyrannis! Six Semper Tyrannis!
Libertarians are happening right now.
That blue line's not going to save you, buddy.
Not trying to.
Well.
Who's gonna come and get him?
Yeah.
One good looking guy right here. Look at this guy right here. Look at that smile. He's charming. He's too good for us.
He is too good for us.
We've never had one since or before. This is the man. Hopefully he can run again and just dissolve the federal government and the Fed. Do it! We need somebody to do that because we got too many bootlickers on the left and right and too many pedophile protectors. This guy doesn't protect pedophiles. This guy understands that taxation is theft. All hail Ron Paul. He's a true American hero. We're the Ron Paul militia. Good, good. How do we find you guys online? Look for Liberate RVA or our podcast, Libertarian Crusaders. These guys are the coolest so far. Look, ask me about voluntarism. This is the best right here. This means this is what I was arguing with those statists over there about. They say, no, Trump is good. He's a good guy. New Yorker friends?
No, these guys are Tennesseans.
No.
Tennesseans.
Yeah, Tennesseans.
You guys heard our call.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Yeah.
Had to.
You're Virginian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we heard you call. I didn't know who you were, so I didn't want to say okay to it.
Like, I didn't put 100 hours in Call of Duty for nothing.
Well, now people are forced, the local college, or forced into the military, or forced into prison. You're either institutionalized one way or the other.
That bomb squad.
To stop us, of course, like how unruly we are.
Take a picture in front of it. Our tax money.
Shout out to Bob.
How are they not watching this thing? They're up there watching. Wait. Can you guys take a photo of us?
They have a good view up there. That's the cop. No, my boat.
Yeah, stand on it. You bought it.
You did buy it.
This is asset forfeiture.
Bro, if you aren't on a wanted list, you ain't doing it right.
Appreciate you, man.
Okay, I'll pick up the keys later.
We get the guy with the blue line thing to take the picture for us. Hey!
Oh shit, it's a cop.
Honor your oath!
Paul's gotten us a lot of. Very nice. Heck yeah. Got a good optic on there and everything already.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that clip's big enough. I don't think the clip's big enough.
No, it's not.
It's a shotgun though, so.
It's 12 gauge. 20 round mag. How you been?
Not bad. We've been getting a super pro.
Good.
Paul.
Let me get out there. I'm going to ask him questions.
We'll see about that.
We won't move out here till noon, and then we'll be back around here again at 2 o'clock to march back and egress back to the Coliseum and back to the Boogaloo after party.
Yes. What brought you out here?
Well, like I say, we've got tyrants in office that are trying to pass unconstitutional laws. We have a natural right to defend ourselves. People have lost sight of the fact that your rights are natural. They've lost sight of the fact that your rights are responsibilities. They're not privileges. The Constitution does not dole out your rights, it acknowledges them, and it's a responsibility to maintain them. So by virtue of being here today, we are in part making a final peaceful appeal to have these tyrants back off. The ball is technically in their court right now, and hopefully it can remain peaceful.
When you say tyrants, who are you referring to?
North and the like. Basically, honestly, I don't care if you actually voted yes or no on this shit. By mere virtue of you suggesting these laws, you are absolutely a tyrant. If you would deny a human being their natural God-given rights, you are a tyrant by definition.
Is there any organization you're affiliated with,
Nope.
or any groups? Nope.
Nah.
Just came out here on your
Well,
own?
I came out here with some buddies. We're kind of, I guess, quasi the Ron Paul militia, if you will. But these are just friends of mine. I'm not really technically affiliated.
Is there any type of gun safety or gun control legislation that you would support?
To be completely honest, I have not seen anything drafted that I feel like does anything more than what we already have on the books.
What about universal background checks?
Well, we do already have background checks. I guess what you're referring to is the gun show loophole, if you will.
Sure.
Well, to that end, they do actually already have to do background checks to an extent, but there's nothing you can do about the black market. All you'd really be doing is incentivizing people to use the black market.
What about things like red flag laws or laws?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, it's dangerous as shit. Imagine the Red Scare, but even worse, right? So what? I mean, no due process whatsoever. You can just pick up the phone. Someone said something nasty to you on Facebook. You call the cops, and all of a sudden their door is getting kicked in. That's dangerous as shit. And I got to tell you right now, those red flag laws have been on the books for a very short amount of time in other states, and it's already causing problems. What's going to happen is a child is going to get killed in one of these no-knock raids, and that's going to be the end of it.
Do you think that any sort of gun regulation is a violation of your Second Amendment rights?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm an anarchist in principle, in a literal sense, where "an" denotes the lack thereof. Archon means ruler, and "y" is belief in. So, literally, you do not need rulers. You do not have to have rulership. No one owns you, but that's kind of the format that we're working with humanity right now, which is the best that we can muster. But as you can see here, we're getting a little bit better at it. We're getting a little bit better. We're getting there.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Absolutely.
Can I have your location, where you're from?
I'm from Virginia. Well, technically I'm from Richmond for the longest time, but I live in Virginia Beach presently.
And your age?
I'm 28.
28. Great. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Appreciate it.
Your rights are natural. Thank you.
Man, what you want, baby? I'll do what I want.
I'm Bob Barnard at the Gun Rights Rally here in Richmond. A lot of people, a lot of guns. We'll take you here and share part of the day with you when we come back.
Yeah, so here's my card. We are not government property. And I carry around this big flag so everybody knows that taxation is theft. And everybody asks, okay, but without taxes, how are we going to pay for all these, government services? And the first thing that I like to point out is we have to recognize the difference between whether or not it's moral and whether or not it's necessary. So, is it moral? No, we're taking money from people by force with the threat that men with guns might come after them to steal their things or arrest them if they don't comply. That makes it theft. Whether or not it's necessary, well, is there another way that the government can raise money to pay for these things? We don't usually ask ourselves that question because we take for granted the fact that they're always going to be taxing. But if we understand that taxing is immoral and we have to get rid of it, then we can start looking for alternative ways. And the government already has other ways that it raises money. It's not just by taxes. Courts in civil cases charge fees. Courts in criminal cases charge fees. They have lotteries, they sell bonds, they sell services like the post office. There's so many different ways that the government already raises money. We just need to continue on that path and keep things voluntary and consensual. We can't have the government taking money without consent because, like I said in the Declaration of Independence, it wasn't taxation without representation, it was taxation without consent. We just need to realize if we just keep giving them our money and blindly trust that they're going to do the right thing, it's never going to work out because they never do the right thing. So we need to keep the money and spend it ourselves and give it to them when we believe that their projects warrant that money.
But how am I going to get the government to force my will onto other people?
You won't, and that's the best part.
Oh, I don't know, man. You're going to have a hard time getting people on board for this.
Well, what's interesting is everybody's got, what they want from government is a little bit different, right? You've got the Bernie Sanders crowd that are looking for healthcare solutions. And what I've done is I've actually come up with a platform that shows them how they can get the healthcare that they want and need without having to steal from other people. And by doing that, it's twice as good as Bernie's plan. Because Bernie's plan is everybody gets healthcare, everybody pays, and the big corporations still make a killing. Mm-hmm. And of course, Bernie hates the big corporations and the billionaires, right? So why is he ensuring that they're making a killing? My plan, those people don't get massive profits because there's a free market. Prices drop down to nothing, so everybody can afford what they want, even if they're earning minimum wage. They can afford all the health care that they need, and the corporations aren't making all that money. So this works out both ways. It solves more problems than the Democrats' plans, and all it requires is less government.
Wow. Seem to know what you're talking about here.
So it's really a matter, everyone's got their own different issues, and it's just a matter of connecting with people on those issues instead of saying, what it all comes back to taxes. Taxes are what create all the problems that everybody hates. And so if we want to solve those problems, we just have to figure out how to show people to understand that, because otherwise, we miss the connection.
Oh, sweet.
All right, Lord Phoebe, what brings you out here to Richmond, Virginia?
Well, the moms, the guns, the good-looking men, you name it. Yeah. It's Richmond. Richmond. It is a shithole, but it is full of cool people, so I can't complain too much.
What do you think about all these guns?
It's awesome. Back on my home planet, Polybius, they banned guns, and then cannibalism and all kinds of horrible things happened. I don't need to get into that right now, but, you know.
That's why you had to leave?
Yeah, I kind of got banned from Polybius because I don't comply.
What does it mean? Well, you're Virginia now, wherever planet you come from. You know, you've been here for a while. What does it mean to be a Virginian?
Well, to be a Virginian is pretty fucking awesome. I'm free to be out here today, find moms to bang and dads to get phone numbers of, so that we can maybe have some fun later. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, thanks for your time coming out here and in support of the Second Amendment. And look forward for many more marches with Lord V's presence.
Taxation is still theft. I can barely speak or spell. Am I loud enough?
There we go. Sic semper tyrannis.
Be safe today, guys.
You have Rob pulling behind us, load it up.
Yeah, I'm not wide angle enough. That's a long ass sign.
So you gotta go halfway across the street.
Attention, tyrants!
Want to go right against the fence? Yeah, right up against the fence. Yeah.
Hold the bottom!
How does it feel to betray your own? How does it feel to betray your country? Fucking tyrants! Let's go. Uphold your oath!
Honor your oath!
Hey, what's going on here?
Shit right now.
Put it.
I got it.
Taxation is theft. So the roads are theft? So the roads are theft.
Who made the roads here? Was it government? Who built the roads? No, private businesses come here and build it. Government doesn't build the roads. Actually, no, they don't. No, my friend is a road builder here. He makes roads here.
Contracted
No,
by the government.
businesses build it, not the government. Please, come on. Easy to figure that out.
I work for the city.
Yeah, okay, yeah, walk away. Walk away. Triggered. Triggered. Snowflake.
Trigger sore.
And that's how you handle that. Government builds the roads. No. Well, that was fun.
Way to fund roads without coercion. I feel sorry for you.
Right?
Creativity.
Yeah. He felt dumb when he was like, no, businesses do. It's like, oh, what? No, does not compute.
It's extortion. How do you get roads? These roads are extorted.
Yeah, it's like they donate more, you fucking retard. Like,
All roads are theft.
guns and stuff.
It's like a few steps removed, you know? You gotta get there first, you know?
Very
Make
triggered.
the argument.
Why he's about to assault somebody.
Here's the appropriate response.
Of course I'm.
You see, you ain't get no chant bags on that one, did I? Fuck the police! Fuck the police!
Fuck the police!
Fuck the police! They're the ones who are gonna come and take your gun! Damn right! You think they're here to be your friends? They ain't your fucking friends anymore than the governor is your friend! Yeah! And look at them all standing around up there on the fucking hill, guarding the governor. They ain't down here protecting you, are they? Oh, but they ain't here for your safety or security. Supreme Court said they ain't here for your safety and security. Supreme Court ruled that they ain't responsible for your safety and security unless you are in a custodial relationship. Until they take you into custody, they ain't responsible for you. No justice! No peace! Fuck the police! NWA said it best. please. Pick up any trash off the ground. If you have any trash, give it to me right here. Boom, look at that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys, do you have any trash? Come together.
Aren't you cold, man? Holy shit.
I heard like there's a rally, a Bear Arms rally.
Oh.
And I'm the only one out here with Bear Arms. I don't get it.
Damn,
I don't
dude.
get it. If I have the right to bear arms, I don't know.
I think I'm at the wrong place.
Oh, really?
Do you think taxation is theft?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I don't know what's the definition of theft.
Taxation.
Woo! This is what freedom is about! I have never felt so protected by you guys! I've never had police officers be so nice! It's because we're all armed! We all love each other! You guys have a blessed day! Super fucking fun! Hurrah!
Alright, well, that'll cool. Show me your bit.
Everybody clear the street! Clear the street! Let's go! Come on, everybody clear the street! Go!
Northam sucks, Bloomberg's banana!
Oh, that's the sheriff guy. I think I've said enough today, but hopefully everyone who was here today enjoys the message that was sent, hopefully clearly on the second.
I hope so too. Coming out today.
Thank you, Renee.
Several dozen.
We're going to videotape now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, man.
No one wants to see anyone harmed. Nobody wants to see these mass shootings, any kind of shooting, any kind of death or violence. Yet there is evil in the world, and it happens. We don't differ in our hearts. We differ in data. And my data is this is how I protect me and mine and the people who are around me.
Yeah. I haven't seen anyone get arrested yet, right?
Haven't seen any swastikas.
Where's the Tifa? Right? Yeah.
Nobody tried to push me in a trash can or anything.
It's like when you see those flags go up, you're like, well, let's see if there's creases in it. See if they just bought it.
So you didn't iron those out before you took them out of the package.
Freedom. What if Baltimore, Kansas City had this blockade? Do you think that we have much crime? I doubt it.
Brian, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm M4. You took a video on me not too long ago in Buena Vista.
Hey, cool, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
Love the channel, man.
Hey, thank
Love
you.
the channel.
Appreciate it.
I was hoping I'd run into you. We're about to head out of here.
Yeah, I just followed the Alex Jones entourage.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Oh, we got him right when he came in. I got a good video of
did
him.
you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to ask him some questions. It's kind of hard when he's getting mobbed, though.
Yeah, I know. It's
What's the name of your channel?
M4.
What was the topic of the video?
Buena Vista tyrants. I was arrested and this lady.
Oh yeah. Buena Vista. Gotcha. Yeah.
We call it Buena Vista out here.
Okay. All right, cool.
But yeah, I got Alex Jones as soon as I came in here. We put a big taxation and stuff magnet on his truck.
Oh, was that yours?
Yeah.
I took a
Is it still
video.
on there?
Yeah. I took a video of that. Is he for that? Well, they left it on.
Well, I don't know. He left and we just put it on there. And
Oh,
we were
really?
taking pictures and
That's
shit.
awesome, man.
We did to the MRAP too, the state police MRAP.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they keep it on there?
They weren't in it. They left it.
See, I saw Alex Jones' vehicle last night, but the guy said he wasn't affiliated with Alex Jones. So, you want to do a real quick interview?
Sure, man.
All right, man. What's your channel?
M4.
All right. And what's basically what do you do?
Just police accountability. Just freedom.
Do you do like the First Amendment audits?
Gonna get into it. Just kind of, I got like a big bump off my video. I got about 250,000 views on my first video.
Cool.
Because I sat on it for about a year. I ended up suing the police and getting this nice settlement and everything. And then my second video was like me explaining the whole process, defending myself in court. And then
M4, like the letter M and the number 4?
Yeah, like the gun.
Okay.
And you could just type Buena Vista or Buena Vista or whatever, however you want to say it.
Okay.
That city, it's a city of about 5,000 people, and you drive through there, you get arrested, you'll get pulled over, the dogs are ran, the whole 9 yards. It's like a little mini Gestapo in there.
Give the short version of how you won your
Okay,
lawsuit.
so I defended myself in court.
What was the deal? What were they trying to get you on?
They're trying to get me for obstruction of justice because I locked my door when I got out of the vehicle.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I totally, yeah.
And they went to they wanted to get in the trunk, and I told, tell me you're going to use violence against me, and you can go ahead and get in the trunk. But they're like, no, we'll just arrest him. And they kidnapped my dog. I had to get my dog out of the pound the next day and pay all these fines and get my car out of the impound and all this. I just had to go through all this bullshit, but
I'm glad to hear you won your settlement. You know what sucks about that? They didn't pay for it. It didn't come out of their pockets.
I'm looking into potentially criminal charges. I actually sent a letter to the United States Attorney because you actually brought to my attention the code. I forgot what code it is, but I'm more familiar with the USC 42 section 1983. It allows for civil action, but there's actually a criminal U.S. code that they violated. It's like, do you remember which one it is?
I can't not off the top of my head.
You did a video on it recently, but I looked up who actually enforces U.S. code, and it's the United States Attorney's Office, and there's different districts for each state. So if you get screwed over by a cop, maybe try writing to those guys and see what happens. It's worth a shot, but
right. So how do you think today went as far as the gun rally?
It went all right. I mean, no violence. Nobody got arrested that I saw. One guy got really pissed off because we were carrying around taxation and stuff, and he's like, "What about my roads?" And he was just getting real pissed off.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It was like an NPC in real life, and never really understood how people don't make the connection. But
yeah, because everybody knows you can't have roads without government. It's just not possible, right?
So, yeah, exactly. What about the cops? Is that theft too? Yeah. It is.
Yep. It's amazing to me how people can't understand a concept as simple as theft. If you take something from somebody without their consent, it is theft. It doesn't matter who you are, right?
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, man.
I know. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Nice meeting you.
Good to meet you too. Take care. All right, you too.
This was our first major battle of the War of Northern Aggression. Coon Man's actions have awakened the Boogaloogians. No more compromise. We must stay vigilant in our endeavors, keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men. We will continue to work towards a voluntary society without political rulers. Ultimately, we will prevail. The great Ron Paul was sent to save us and crucified by the neocons. But in the end, it's up to us to save ourselves. Our great state is under attack. The revolution will not be televised. It is now in the hands of the meme lords and shit posters.